in sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Longhorns will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run. And you've seen over the years, they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Trying play action. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really good third down defense, man. Understanding the sticks and getting them in third and long, first of all, is where they won first. And then playing the pass, breaking on the football, forcing the fourth down and in their own territory for the offense. Great job by this team.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give is to Miller. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Turning it on. 30. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Motion from the back. They go to the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Floating away. He turns it loose to the left. And a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Manning. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Longhorns will have it first and 10. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
The gift to the tailback. Look out, he's got room. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Manning. And the rush will get to him at the 25. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill.
Get in there.
He came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Working the big fella to the corner. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Quick completion on the out. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw at Simpson. Finds his man. It's Horton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Boards up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They'll try to convert on 4th and short from the 20. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
Defense, boy.
Stopped and knocked out of bounds, short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive.
Ricky taught your man how to run that 5-2.
A little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs.
Oh my God, PI, please.
He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Oh yeah, they did the bump. Same on your shit.
They have some time here late in the half.
They call that PI. That's great.
To throw, it's Simpson. That's caught. It's Miller. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target, throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Manning. Snagged in the middle.
Go forward.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Ooh.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bernard. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Intercepted a first half.
I'll go be great.
Can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
It's complete to the right. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Looking to throw, it's Manning.
Oh, you
Swings it out to his
gotta
running
block
back.
somebody, cat.
Did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the foot.
Hauls it in the first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the
his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Burnt orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
And making those big plays down the field, Texas. When you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Wants to throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. It's a fumble on the play.
What a great job by the defense.
That's not a touchdown?
Getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
And the Longhorns.
That's the first.
To the air, it's Manning. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
What the fuck just happened?
You tell me, brother.
The play action fake.
How the fuck is you?
A touchback on my 20.
How you get back on your 20?
It's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time
It
they
could
got
have been a
to him.
touchback.
All right, if I picked the ball up, it couldn't have been a touchback.
Gives the defense something to think about.
Pick up when you're going out of bounds.
I know, I picked it up. If you picked it up, it would have been a touchback.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to
Then it would have been your ball. It would have never been my ball.
It'll be your ball. Yeah, that's the part that ain't making sense.
on 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Yeah, it'll be your ball.
Fires to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go.
That's a never have I ever for your ass right there, boy.
Their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Miller with the ball. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Wide open downfield. Flying out to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Manning. Using the quick game, they're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. Trying to do it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry up.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Steps away. On the run, deep down the right side. To the end zone, and is picked off.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Back to throw, it's Simpson.
I ain't even click on it.
Downfield. He's into the open down the middle. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Well, so much for being backed up. Now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. play, they'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Now the play fake. He'll take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Gets the back moving, making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. He's taking a deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking to buy time. Fires downfield. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, and that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Bama, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been
Boy pulled out that Utah 5-2.
Yeah, I see you, man. That nigga stupid.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense snows him under after a very
Boys huddled up over there.
Offense has got to be able to run the football.
Never tapping into the stream, bro.
Obviously, you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock.
That damn touchback was vicious, boy.
Yeah, that touchback was.
Like, what was that?
It didn't make sense.
High
Yeah, like if it's a touchback,
It should be his ball. Yup.
If it's a touchback, it should go to the defense. If he recovered it, it should have been a touchback. It like registered it like it was a touchback for the offense. It took him all the way back to his 20.
Yeah, that shit was vicious.
I mean, they probably ain't think to like do that.
They ain't had no programming for that shit.
Look, they gave me the touchdown.
GG's, bro.
They gave me the touchdown.
This shit been
Look at the string. That's crazy, bro. Hold up. They jerking. Hold on.
Yeah, that shit.
Oh, they did give
They gave me the touchdown.
David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis.
Bro, this shit is
Another
stupid.
presentation
This
of
shit
EA
is
Sports College Football.
Ray Kendall, you know,
great. I just want no plays, boy. EA wasn't ready for that play.
I mean, 'cause that shit don't happen often.
It don't happen often, right? Yeah. That motherfucker either go out of bounds or it ain't recovered.
Yeah, that was just a crazy strip fumble.
Yeah, that was a crazy strip fumble.
So, who else got to play in the league? I'm tired of Ohio taking.
That's all that nigga do, boy.
Hey, bro, it's nothing we gonna do about that